Awesome. Welcome to Vinyasa yoga. I almost said gentle yoga. This is not going to be a gentle yoga class. This is my last class that I'm teaching at Swarthmore, which is really exciting. And I think we're just going to wing it and try really hard and get really sweaty. And so get in that mindset because we're headed there now. Let's begin in child's pose. I'm basically going to take you through what I would just do on a normal workout when I'm feeling breathe and intense. I like to start in child's pose because I find it to be the most grounding of all starting positions. Kind of forces you to close your eyes, bow your head down to the mat. And it also begins to, it's actually also a stretch. For your shoulders, if you reach your fingertips forward, for your thighs, if you open up your knees a little bit, get an inner thigh stretch. So take a few clearing breaths here. Getting to settle down into the mat and into your practice. In this moment, take a intention or a mantra or a reason for being here besides just getting a good stretch, a good workout. And bring that to the foreground of your mind. For me today, it's gratitude for teaching at Swarthmore for 2 years and coming far in my own journey, watching other people come far in theirs. And seal that intention with a breath. Inhale through your nose, your back will rise, get nice and long. Open mouth, exhale. Let it go. Beautiful. From here, come onto hands and knees, tabletop position. Let's begin to stretch out our wrists. Take whatever wrist stretches you like, but I like to move my hands to the right and left of the long side of my mat, rocking and rolling left and right horizontally. Once that starts to feel accessible and good, I rotate them one more 90-degree turn so they're facing my knees. Again, palms are still facing down. Once this starts to feel good, again, take this on your own pace. I like to flip my palms up and then face my fingertips towards the center of my mat so they're facing one another. I like to take little circles here. This is probably the most intense one, so take your time with it. It's just super important that we open up into our wrists. If you want to play around with it, you can try facing your fingertips forward and palms facing up, or face them back towards your knees, palms facing up. Take a minute just to play around with it. I flipped my palms and just resetting here. Find tabletop pose and take a few cat-cows. Inhale through your nose, look up, stick your butt out, nice core stretch. Exhale, round with your chin tucked to your chest, puffing out from your back. Inhale up, exhale, round. Take a few of these on your own breath pace. Everybody has their own natural rhythm, but make sure to really push on each one. You should feel a deep, deep stretch, and that requires effort. Don't just casually move your core. Really extend into each posture. Nice. Okay, 2 more. Full rotations. Plant your left hand in the center of your mat. Reach your right arm up nice and high and just hold it here. Roll up that wrist at the top, stacking that right hand over the left hand, creating this T position with your arms. And then bend and then slowly send your butt towards your heels while also reaching forward with that right arm. So you feel this really amazing right side body stretch. And then pop back up into the simple twist. And then lower into the side body stretch and pop back up into the simple twist. Take a few of these, again, rotations at your own pace. It's kind of my favorite thing to do, is to keep our bodies moving and active. Again, listening to our breath. Just take 3 more of these and meet me back in simple twist. Simple twist, get into the biggest expression possible, and then switch sides. Plant your right hand down, lift the left arm nice and high, roll out the wrist. Take a minute here to get deep into it. Maybe look up towards your hands, bend a little into the top elbow, stacking hand over shoulder. And once this feels good, slowly sit down close to your heels, reaching forward with that top arm. Feel the left side body stretch. And then pop back up. Sit and reach. And pop back up. Take a few of these again at your own pace. I feel my hips moving to the left, so I'm drawing them actively to the right. Wherever you feel your hips going, make sure they're stacked on top of your knees. Just 3 more here. I'm already beginning to sweat. And when you're ready, meet me in the simple twist. Inhale, simple twist. Exhale, tabletop pose. Bring your hands back down to the mat. Curl your toes under and hover your knees just 1 or 2 inches off the ground here, firing up from your core. Really push up from the palms of your hands so you're rounding your upper back a little bit. A little like cow, yes, cow. And hold it here. Maybe you pulse gently with your knees. Maybe you don't. We're just here to fire up the core a little bit. Then, using 1 foot at a time, step back into high plank, holding it here. Stacking the shoulders over the wrists, engaging the core. This is a hard one to hold, I acknowledge that, but it's a really fun, quick way to get a really intense ab workout in. Make sure your back is nice and straight. I had to create a longer stance to let my butt lower a little bit. Take big inhales here. Then, kind of like in the posture we were in before, bend your knees and hover them a few inches off the ground. And then straighten the legs into plank. Bend the knees, hover them, straighten the leg. Bend, straighten. Again, at your own pace, at your own time. If you ever need to come out of it, come out of it. We're just heating up the core, heating up our shoulders. We're here for 4. Yes, you can. For 3, downward facing dog in 2. And 1, downward facing dog. Send your hips up and back. Take a few minutes here to settle into the posture. This might be your first downward facing dog of the day, of the week. So say hello to your legs, to your shoulders. Taking a mental note of what needs a little more love. For me, it's my hamstrings this morning. And my calves, it just might be everything. Maybe close your eyes as you move around in the down dog. When I say move around, I mean generously bending your knees and then straighten them, lifting one heel up, one heel down, nodding your head yes, shaking your head no. There are a million little movements you can do in every single stagnant posture. Nice. Look to your hands and slowly walk your feet to the top of your mat, hips distance apart. Take a generous bend in your knees, relax your head down, round dog posture. Your whole upper body is limp over your lower body. Whatever you want to do with your hands is great. We're not here for super long. We're just trying to get out some of the tension we built up in our lower back and in our hamstrings. Use your left hand to grab your right ankle and reach up with your right hand, twisting to the right side body, right side wall. So we're in this twist. We're bending our knees so much so that our chest can almost touch, if not touch our thighs, but we're still getting a hamstring stretch. We're also working that top right arm back by bending into the elbow. Again, breathing deeply. So many opposing motions here. Or at the same time sending our chest down while also looking up and reaching up with our right hand. One more breath. And then switch it out. Come back to center, reset, and then use your right hand to grab that left ankle, reaching up with the left arm. Maybe gazing up at that left hand. Bending into the knees as much as needed to get that hamstring stretch in. Big breaths here. We usually cultivate our Ujjayi breath to make heat in our body, but in Vinyasa Sculpt, I often encourage people to ditch it because we sweat so much. One more breath here. Can you twist even more? And then exhale, bring the hands back down to the mat. Toe heel your feet together to touch. And slowly take a generous bend in your knees and rise one vertebrae at a time up to stand. Your head rises last. Inhale your arms nice and high in mountain pose. Shoulders down, pinkies in. Immediately from here, goal post out your arms. So you're creating an L shape with your arms and send your hips forward, chin up for this baby back bend. Inhale up to mountain, reset, exhale, baby back bend. Inhale, mountain, exhale, bend. Inhale, mountain, exhale, bend. Inhale, mountain, exhale, hands through heart center, forward fold, fall all the way down to the mat. Inhale up to halfway lift, exhale, forward fold. Inhale, back to mountain. You thought we were going somewhere else. And then back to baby back bend. From here, make your palms touch at the top and slowly hinge forward, forward fold. Let's try that whole rotation all together now, from forward fold to mountain to baby back bend to forward fold to mountain to baby back bend. Inhale all the way up to mountain, sweep your arms up, welcome the morning, baby back bend, maybe touch your hands at the back of the bend, and then forward fold. Inhale, mountain, spread the arms up, back bend, hinge back, and then hinge forward for forward fold. Let's take 2 more of these. Again, at your own pace, maybe staying in one position longer than the other if needed. Nice. Wherever you are, meet me in forward fold at the end of one of your cycles. Bend into your knees. Inhale the arms up nice and high, chair pose. Engage the core to avoid a duck butt. Maybe you take a wider stance if you need less of a balance. It's a hard balance when your knees are together. Make sure you can see your toes from your knees, making sure all of your weight is in your heels. Can you sit a little lower here? Bring your hands to prayer because my arms were getting tired. And sit down even further. Yes, you can. Your thighs might be shaking, might be screaming against you. And from here, slowly twist open to the right, keeping your hands in prayer. We're in side chair. Prayer twist, that's what it's called. To the right side wall. So my left elbow is pressed against the outside of my right knee. My hips are still nice and low. Engaging every part of my leg. Moving that right shoulder back behind me. Yes, you can. We're here just for 4, 3, chair pose, and 1, come back to center, chair pose, inhale, and then exhale, prayer twist to the left. Scoop that right elbow on the left knee, opening up to the left side body. Can you sit your hips even lower? You look great, Kelly. Fabulous. Breathing deeply. This is a lot of leg work. I'm with you here. Just for 3, forward fold in 2, and 1, forward fold, spill your upper body over your lower body. Inhale, halfway lift, hands to shins or thighs. Exhale, plank pose, plant your hands down, step your legs back, hold the plank here. And take either slow mountain climbers. When I mean slow, I mean less impact, 1 leg at a time. Or if you're looking for more cardio, you can try the jumping mountain climbers, where there's a point where your whole lower body's off the ground for a split second. Wherever you are, keep your shoulders over your wrists. The goal is to hug the knee as close to the chest as possible. We're just building up heat here, just to bring it back down. Stay with me for 4, 3, yes you can. In 2, hold high plank, and 1, hold high plank. Woo! Can you believe plank is our resting position? Yes, you can. Holding it here. We're going to take some toe taps. I'm moving my left toe to the outside of my mat and then back to center. I'm moving my right toe to the right side of my mat and back to center. We go left, center, right, center, left, center, right, center. Here we go. Last bit of core here. And then I promise we'll get a beautiful belly stretch in a second. I always say this, but I took my teacher training at a place called Core Power because they acknowledge how important power in your core is for yoga. We're here just for 4, 3, lower down to your belly in 2, and 1. Slowly lower your whole body down to the mat. Bring your hands to the outside edges of your mat and peel your upper body up into either a seal or a cobra, whatever feels good for you. Breathing deeply. The difference between seal and cobra: seal has wide legs, so your legs are on the outside edges of your mat, and cobra has tiny legs, zipping them together. I'm kind of somewhere in the middle right now because that feels good for me. Whatever back bend of choice you take, definitely engage your glutes. Maybe closing your eyes for a second here. Once things start to feel a little more open and easy, you can bring your hands even closer to your body to help you become even more erect in your back bend. Connecting back to your breath, slowing that heart rate down, bringing a newfound sense of relaxation and calm. You sit up even taller here. I'm sitting up so much that my hips are even starting to peel off the ground themselves. And when you're ready, slowly spill your heart forward, back down to the mat. Yes, you can. Plant your hands a little more forward, kind of near your chest, and push yourself up into upward facing dog. This time your legs are off of the ground, so my thighs and my knees are hovering too. I'm using the leg strength to make them hover. Take a nice big inhale, and then exhale, downward facing dog. Breathing deeply here. Reconnecting to that breath. Feels good now that we're a little more warm to get into this posture. Bring your feet together to touch at the center of your mat. Inhale your right leg nice and high and bend into the knee, looking towards your right armpit, open, bending and stretching that hip open. This is such a beautiful posture, so take some time to maybe take little circles, opening up into that left inner thigh and that right hip. From here, hinge forward into high plank, hugging the knee into the chest. So knee to chest, high plank. Inhale. Exhale, reach back up, 3-legged dog. Inhale, hinge forward. Exhale, 3-legged dog. Inhale, hinge forward. Actually, doesn't matter which inhale or exhale you do. Whichever one's harder for you, do the exhale on that part. So maybe I might inhale on the way up, actually, and exhale on the way down. Totally up to you. Wherever you are, make sure you're getting in the full expression of each pose before you move on to the next one. Take 2 more of these and meet me knee to nose at the top of your mat. And pulse, knee to nose, pulse, pulse, pulse. Shoulders over wrists, breathing deeply. Nice. Pulse towards your right tricep, so move that knee right so it's kind of either close or almost touching your right tricep. And then move it cross body, knee to left tricep, pulsing here. Woo! This is hard stuff, guys. I'm not holding you here for long. We're here just for 4, 3, 3-legged dog in 2, and 1. Inhale, 3-legged dog. Exhale, plant the foot between the palms, low lunge. Inhale all the way up to crescent lunge, rise up, shoulders over hips. Engage the core. Bringing the arms to the waist if they're a little tired. FYI, no like the the YouTube recording is only of me. It's not of anybody in the class, if you're worried about that at all. Bring your arms up, 90-degree bend in your right leg, bumping that left hip forward, that right hip back, sitting nice and low. From here, bring your hands to prayer and take a few pulses. Just warming up into our legs. Nice. Nice and slow pulses here. You want them to be controlled and smooth. Again, taking a second to come back to yourself, to your body. And then come back into neutral crescent lunge. Bring your left arm down your back, maybe making connection with the back of that left thigh, and slowly take an exalted warrior. Looking up, taking a little back bend here. Yes, you can. I promise. Breathing deeply. From here, immediately come into warrior two. Tee out your arms. Track that right knee to your right pinky toe. Shoulders down, arms up slightly. Take a generous bend in that front knee. Beautiful. And from here, reach forward and then down. Extended side angle, reaching all the way forward with that top arm. Option to take an elbow on your right knee. Or option to keep that right arm nice and straight to engage the core just a little bit more. If you're looking for a crazy core strengthener, reach forward with both arms. Again, gazing up. Whew, this is a really hard one to hold, but you can do it. Keep moving that left shoulder back. We're here just for 4, 3, reverse warrior in 2, and 1. Inhale, reverse warrior, keeping that right leg exactly where it is. Reach up. And we'll take a few of these rotations between reverse warrior and extended side angle. So we inhale in reverse warrior, exhale, extended side angle, reach forward with the left arm. Inhale, back up to reverse warrior, my right leg's killing me. Exhale, down, exalted or extended side angle. Inhale up, exhale down. Take one more of the whole rotation. Maybe an extended side angle. And then reverse your warrior and straighten the leg, front leg. Reverse triangle. And take these again. The reverse to extended, this time triangle instead of angle. The only difference between reverse triangle and reverse extended angle, or I'm mixing words now, is straightening the front leg. Just to give us a little break on the front knee. We're here just for 4, 3, reverse triangle in 2, and 1. Reach up, last one, reverse triangle. Inhale, exhale, windmill your arms down, frame out the foot, step back into high plank, and hold it here. Yes, you can. I know high plank is hard stuff, but it's really important we strengthen our core. From here, just take little movements with your toes, sending your heels forward and then heels back. Just tiny micro movements vertically. Moving into our wrists and our ankles. The rest of our body is staying stagnant. Yes, you can. We're going to take a few chaturanga push-ups. From here, find stillness. Bend into your arms 90 degrees and then push up into high plank. Bend 90, push up. Bend 90, push up. Gosh, I haven't done these in a while. But try these. The goal is to keep your elbows as close to your body as possible. Take a few more, option to take them on your knees. And then meet me in upward facing dog. Holding it here for a second to engage our core. Breathing deeply. Inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Long, deserving downward facing dog. Take a few breaths here, reconnecting to your legs, to your hamstrings, to your shoulders. Nice. Bring your toes to touch at the center of the mat. Inhale your left leg up nice and high, bend into the knee. Maybe look back towards your left armpit, taking circles with that top leg. Or staying stagnant, whatever feels good for that left hip today. Gosh, I could just stay here forever. This is such a beautiful pose. I'm already out of breath, guys, but we're doing this together. When you're ready, slowly move forward, shoulders over wrists. Bring that knee close to your nose. Point the toes. And then inhale, back up, three-legged dog. Extend the leg nice and long. And then exhale, hinge forward, knee to nose, high plank. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose, shoulders over wrists. Inhale, three-legged dog, send it back. Exhale, back in. Take a few of these, again, at your own pace, your own breath, just warming up into our body. We're not warming up anymore. We are very warm, well into warmth. But we're all in this together. Just a few more here, really waking up into our body. Open mouth breaths here to keep it going. Just for 3. Yes, you can. For 2, meet me in the high plank, knee to nose. In 1, hinge forward, high plank, knee to nose. Pulse, pulse, pulse. Point the toe, nice, easy, small pulses. Then bring the knee to the left tricep. Nice, easy pulses here. Yes, you can. Left tricep, yes, you can. I know everything is killing. Cross body, knee to right tricep. Point the toes just for a few more seconds. I know you can do it. We're here for 4, 3, three-legged dog in 2, and 1. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, bring the foot between the hands, low lunge. Inhale, rise up to crescent lunge and sit here for a second. I'm going to bring my hands to prayer because my arms are on fire. I'm going to bump that right hip forward, left hip back, 90-degree bend in the front leg, shoulders over hips, super important. And take a second to connect back to your breath. From here, take the little dips. We dip both legs down a little, especially the back leg. Again, just waking up into the thighs. We just did a lot of core and arm work. Now we're headed straight to the legs. The fullest expression of crescent pose is the back leg is completely straight and you're on the tippy toes of the back foot. That's why these dips are really fun, because we go from straightening the back leg to bending it. Straighten back leg to bend it. Meanwhile, the front leg stays bent. Just the angle of the bend changes a little bit. Whew. Maintain your posture. Open mouth breaths here. Take breaks as needed. Sorry I haven't said that if it's not abundantly clear to take breaks as needed. But we're here just for 4. Yes, you can. For 3. Breathing deeply. In 2. Exalted warrior. And 1. Inhale the arms up nice and high. Drop the right arm down to grab the back of the right thigh and slowly hinge up. Shining your chest forward, chin up, gaze up. Feel this bend, this stretch, in your right hip. Whew. Can you sit lower in the front leg? Can you slowly bring your heart rate down, just using your breath? Beautiful. Slowly windmill your arms out and down for warrior 2. Pivot your back leg so the heel's on the ground, parallel to the short edge of your yoga mat. Shoulders down, hands up. Trail that left knee further left to activate the entire left thigh. Open up into the hips by moving the left hip left and the right hip right, creating a beautiful opening near your pelvis. Sitting nice and low. Slowly inhale, hinge forward. Exhale, extended side angle. Bring that left arm down and reach up and forward with that right arm. Getting that right side bend stretch here. Nice. Keeping 90-degree bend in that right left leg. Maybe reaching up with your gaze. If this feels good to you, maybe reach forward with both hands. If it doesn't, maybe come down onto the left elbow. So many beautiful options here. The goal is just to feel a right side stretch. Maybe get a little bit of a core strengthener as well. Can you reach even more forward? We're here for 4, 3, reverse warrior in 2, 1.5, and 1. Bring that left or right arm down, reach up and back with the left arm like you're painting the sky. Holding it here, find that left side body stretch, nice and strong all together. And we'll take a few of these rotations that we practice on the opposite side. So windmill your arms forward and then down for extended side angle and reverse them. Again, just pretend like we're painting the sky. That's all you're doing. Like there's a rainbow right above you that you keep moving or creating with the swoosh and the arc of your hands. Connect back to your breath. That's the Vinyasa part of this class. Connect back to that 90-degree bend in your front leg. We're here just for 4, 3, yes you can, for 2, and 1. Wherever you are, straighten the leg, hold that posture, and then move on to the opposite posture, again with the straightened leg. Holding both for a few seconds, and then continuing the rotation, but this time with the straightened leg, giving our front thigh a little bit of a break, but also engaging the core constantly by these rotations. Whew. Yes, you can. We're not here for long. Just for 4. Big breaths here for 3. Don't lose it for 2. Meet me in reverse triangle in 1. Inhale, reverse triangle, last big reach. Exhale, windmill your arms forward. Plant your hands around the leg and step back into high plank. Hold it here. Yes, you can. Last bit of high plank work we're gonna have all day. This time we're gonna bend into our right knee, lift your right leg off the ground, and come into this kind of weird, I don't even know what you call it. Bring the left knee to the outside of the left tricep and switch. Right knee to outside of right tricep. Left knee to outside of left tricep. Right knee to the outside. Left knee to outside. Take these on your own time, your own pace. Just getting a little bit of oblique work here. Giving our whole core a lot of love. Your whole upper body is staying stagnant. It's just your lower body that's moving, crunching. We're here for 4. Yes, you can for 3. Upward facing dog for 2. And 1 upward facing dog. I'm not even doing the arm push up. Inhale for upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Send your hips up and back. Beautiful. Come to have a seat in any form that feels good to you. Let's do a few crows. We haven't done an official arm balance yet. So I'll walk you through crow. If you know what crow is, the option to just jump into it and start practicing. So crow is an arm balance. It's an inversion. Our head is below our heart. We've been doing that in downward facing dogs and forward folds. And the arm balance postures mean our legs are hovered off the ground for at least a second or 2 or many more. So how I like to get into my crow is planting my hands down on the mat in front of me. I create a little Spider-Man grip here with my hands. So my palms aren't flat down on the ground, but you have a little bit of give in your hands. I come up onto my toes and I try to make kind of connection with my knees and my triceps. That's going to be kind of shelf that you create. So I'm going to hinge forward. Get very used to hinging your weight forward. That is 90% of this posture. Knee to tricep connection, bending deeply into your arms to create a little shelf with your arms. Hinging your weight forward, looking forward on the top of your mat. Maybe you lift one foot off the ground. Maybe you lift both. Maybe you fall out of it like me. I haven't done crow in a very long time. So try this on your own time, your own pace. Your thighs might be killing you. Your arms might be killing you. Once this feels comfortable, you can even begin to bring your feet towards your butt. I can only hold it for a few seconds today, but have fun with it. Practice it, fall out of it. When I was in my teacher training, I used to come away with the crow class with just straight bruises on my triceps. So don't recommend that, but it's okay to have fun and fail and try again. This is a lot of tricep work. That's why we do those chaturanga push-ups. My whole legs are shaking here. And when you're ready and done playing in crow, you can come meet me in Vinyasa pose, which is kind of like this yogi squat with my hands at heart center. I'm using my elbows to press open my thighs, and my feet, our heels are on the ground, and they're kind of pointed outwards towards the diagonals of my mat, kind of. Holding it here, take a nice big breath. Get a nice long back here, sitting up nice and tall. Let's just hold this posture for a few seconds. It feels really good on the inner thighs. Nice. From here, plant the palms and step back into downward facing dog. Inhale your right leg up nice and high. Exhale, pigeon pose on the right side. Plant that right knee down on the ground using your left hand. Move your right ankle forward so you create a 45-degree angle with that front leg. And slowly hinge forward over the right leg. You've made it, guys. This is it. This is the final finale of class. Feeling an amazing release in your right glute. Relax your neck down, sleep the pigeon. And begin to slow down your breath and your heart rate. Any of the thoughts or the expectations you had for class. I too fell out of postures and lost my form. That's part of the fun. Option to sit here, but if you're looking for an additional thigh stretch, you can come onto your hands, sitting up, bending into that back knee, reach back and grab for that back foot with your left hand. Feel this awesome left thigh stretch. Option to come into full-on mermaid. I don't even know. Mermaid looks like bending into that left leg so much so that it can come into the crease of your left arm, and then reaching back with the right arm and grabbing that left hand. The fullest expression of this posture is then to move that left shoulder forward so it's in line with the right, but I'm not there yet because it's my pseudo mermaid. Feel it, sweat into it, relax into it. Closing your eyes. If you made the hand to foot connection, slowly release it and slowly with control drop that left leg back. And let's switch it out. No need to even go back into downward facing dog. Just bring the left knee forward towards your left wrist, using your right hand to guide that left ankle up to a 45-degree angle. Find the posture that fits well for you. I like to straighten out my back leg and then hinge forward slowly over your left shin. Option to bring a pillow or a block or some sort of prop onto your forehead to allow your whole upper body to fully relax over your left leg. Pigeon can bring up a lot of emotions, a lot of energy and vulnerability is stored in our hips and our lower belly. So releasing that can feel overwhelming. Breathe into that realization. Again, option to keep your pigeon asleep, or option to wake your pigeon coming onto your palms, kicking into the right leg this time, bringing that right foot close into your body for an additional thigh stretch. Option to take full-on mermaid here, or option to not. So many beautiful options. That's all of yoga. It's just a whole bunch of options. Finding stillness wherever you are and acceptance. If you took the thigh stretch, begin to slowly release the foot back down to the mat. Bring your hands back to a kind of plank position and step back into your last downward facing dog of class. Take a minute here to reconnect to it. Take note of how it feels a lot different than your first down dog of class now that we've put a lot of work into our bodies and they're fully awakened for the day. Come onto your knees and bring your feet in front of your body. Swing them around. And slowly, with your last bit of core strength, lower your upper body down to the ground. Hopefully more gracefully than I did. Hug your knees into your chest. Take a few little circles, relaxing your lower body down to the mat. Extend your right leg nice and long. Supine twist to the right side. Use your right hand to guide that left knee to the right. Maybe your back will crack. Wherever you are, prioritize stapling that left shoulder into the mat. Just guiding gently your right knee to hover a few inches off the mat. Left knee, sorry. Nice. Let's switch sides, hugging both knees again, back into center for a quick spinal reset. Extend the left leg long this time, guiding the right knee to the left side body. Stapling the left shoulder down. Right shoulder down. Do I know my rights from lefts? Really relaxing into this lower back stretch. You've made it. Come back to the intention you set at the beginning of class, whether it was mine of gratitude or one of your own. Nice. Slowly hug both knees back into center. Grab for the outer or inner sides of both feet. I really like grabbing for my outer. Happy baby, hug the knees towards your armpits, stapling the lower back this time down onto the ground. Rocking and rolling left and right, maybe straightening out one leg, maybe straightening out the other, or both simultaneously. This is your last active posture of class, so have fun with it. Pretend like you're a little baby in a crib. And release the hand to foot grip, hug. Wrap your arms around your shins, hugging your knees nice and close to your chest. Bring your forehead to the mat, creating a nice, tiny, tight ball with your body. Take a nice big inhale here. And open mouth, exhale, Shavasana. You've made it to the end of class. Extend your legs nice and long. Shimmy your shoulders underneath your heart to give it a little boost. Take up space with your limbs here. Maybe move your legs out 1 or 2 more inches to the right and left. Same thing with your arms. And just begin to sink into the mat. As you lie here, naturally thoughts will come and go. I challenge you to just be an observer. Imagine yourself on a field of grass, lying back into the ground, watching the clouds pass above you. Your thoughts are the clouds, so just watch them go as a non-judgmental observer. You're totally welcome to stay in this meditative posture for as long as you like, or return to it at any point. It literally is always there for you. But if you would like to move on with class, begin to invite some little movements into your fingers and your toes. Maybe roll out your wrists, your ankles. Take a nice big long stretch like you're waking up for the very first time today. And slowly hug your knees into your chest and rock and roll gently to find yourself where I am now, crisscross applesauce at the top of your mat. Bring your hands to your heart, bow your chin to your chest, and close your eyes. This is a poem called When I'm Among the Trees, Always by Mary Oliver. When I'm among the trees, especially the willows and the honey locust, equally the beech, the oaks, and the pines, they give off such hints of gladness. I would almost say that they save me in daily. I am so distant from the hope of myself, in which I have goodness and discernment, and never hurry through the world, but walk slowly and bow often. Around me, the trees stir in their leaves and call out, "Stay a while." The light flows from their branches, and they call again. It's simple, they say, and you too have come into the world to do this, to go easy, to be filled with light, and to shine. And with that, hinge yourself forward and say,